Robbers have attacked them. There have been nasty fights in them. The roofs are leaking, and the doors have started falling off. No. I'm not talking about the typical face me and slap you apartment. What about airlines operating in Nigerian airspace? After all, I mean, what have planes not suffered in Nigeria from lack of power? To lack of jet fuel?
While the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority insists that it has no proof that household kerosene is being sold in place of Jet A1.
Yeah, to cows and herdsmen being in the wrong place at the wrong time. To people who smuggle contraband. Oh, as for the fights are epic. Forget about setting a new national airline. Nigeria itself is the most problematic aircraft that you can ever imagine. There have been so many negative stories coming out of the Nigerian aviation sector recently that the only people who feel safe to fly are the ones who do not need a boarding pass. Nigerian air travel is the perfect metaphor for the state of our nation. First, they use the words like change and transformation to get you to buy ticket at a very high price. Then you get to the airport, they delay your flight. Or in the case of Nigeria, our destiny. Then you get on board, and they welcome you on board with a smile like, you know, everything will be fine.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
But just as you're relaxing into your seats, the blues music will turn into reggae. Then they start scaring you and preparing you for the worst by saying things like, well, in the event of an emergency, you know the rest. Well, the pilots or our leaders are far away from the people in their cozy cockpits, like Aso Rock. They can't even hear our cries. So, as the plane makes a very bumpy takeoff, you say your prayers and begin to wonder whether anyone is really in control or if this aircraft called Nigeria is just on autopilot. Meanwhile, back here in the poor people's side of the plane, we are left at the mercy of the air stewards, alias governors who are about as nice as Nigerian nurses.
Little respect for constituted authority, no matter what.
That is to say, not nice at all. Well, their job is to make sure you are all right and serve you meals. But these so-called meals are much smaller than what you paid for. So you ask for water and they put 2 drops in a tiny cup and give you. Do I look like Lazarus? Anyway, and you don't hear from the pilots until the plane enters turbulence and starts dancing shaku shaku at 30,000 feet. Sometimes the pilot won't even talk to you directly. Nah, no time. They don't get that time. They will send the first officer to announce that it's just a little turbulence.
The president, just as we have heard from the vice president, is fit.
And the only time the pilot will really talk to you willingly is when the flight is about to land.
I also want to assure the people of the North Central, and indeed all Nigerians, that the federal government is working day and night to ensure peace and stability returns.
Yes, alias towards the end of 4-year term when they need your votes again. Well, as we land after another 4-year flight, may our plane avoid potholes, falling doors, and cows having their lunch. I hope you have enjoyed your flight on Air Niger. No, not really. Well, don't worry. You'll be back. Nigerians will love being taken for a ride.